Breaking the silence, taking the dive in. Nikki pulling strings like she playing the violin. Made in his likeness, radiant vibrance. Give him all glory, ain't no way to deny it. She gon' make you laugh, she gon' stimulate your mind. Making things shake, she ain't into wasting time. They can come close but can't imitate the grind. Got a different way to illustrate and innovate designs. BTS podcast, gotta watch that. Teaching us the game, that mean Nikki got class. If you watch it once, you gon' wanna stop back. This an opportunity that you cannot pass. Unleash your inner voice, cause better days coming. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days. Better days, get ready for better days. Better days, better days.
Have you ever saved a seat for someone only to realize they were never coming? Welcome back to another Motivational Monday. I'm your host, Nikki Nicole, and today I want to talk about something that most of us have experienced but don't always know how to put it into words: the empty seats. Before we get back into today's conversation, I want to say thank you for being here. If you've been enjoying the stories, the laughs, the lessons, or even the tough conversations, hit that subscribe button and join the Breaking the Silence family. Every subscribe, every like, every share helps these conversations reach someone who may need them. I appreciate you more than you know. All right, y'all, let's get back into the conversation. I'm not talking about the chair itself, but the person who was supposed to be sitting in it. We've all had moments where we looked into the room, onto the stage, at a graduation, a birthday dinner, maybe a celebration, or one of our hardest days, and there was one seat we couldn't stop looking at, right? Because we knew who it was supposed to belong to. And sometimes the empty chair says everything. And for most of my life, I believe that if I showed up for people, they would show up for me. If I loved hard, if I supported them, if I celebrated them, if I answered every phone call, if I made time when I barely had any, they would do the same for me. At least that's what I believed. But life has a way of teaching you lessons that no classroom could ever teach you. No classroom could ever teach you. There were people I loved with all my heart. I mean, all of my heart and being. People whose names I would have defended without hesitation. People I would have inconvenienced myself for. People I thought would never let me stand alone. Yet, somehow, when it mattered the most, the chair was empty. Some people made promises they never intend to keep. I'll always be there. You can count on me. I'm proud of you. I'm coming. Words are easy. Consistency is expensive. And I learned that, there are people who love making promises because promises make them sound loyal. Right? People can tell you anything, but their actions mean so much more. Keeping them promises is the hardest thing for people to do sometimes. But that's where character shows up. There were seasons where people supported me. They cheered, they applauded, they reposted, they celebrated until they no longer benefited from my presence. Until I couldn't solve their problems anymore. Until I couldn't open another door. Until I couldn't carry another burden that wasn't mine. Some people don't love you. They love what your assets can do for them. And the hardest part is realizing the difference. What hurt me wasn't just that people left. It was who left. It was the people I never imagined having to live without. The people I expected to clap the loudest. The people I thought would be front row seat. The people whose support meant everything to me. But instead, I found myself staring at another empty chair. And if I'm being honest, that absence hurt more than words could ever. Because silence has a way of saying things we wish weren't true, right? And for a long time, I blamed myself. Maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I didn't do enough. Maybe I should have tried harder. Maybe if I loved them differently. Maybe if I gave more. Maybe if I sacrificed more, then maybe they will finally choose me. But here's what I had to learn, y'all. You can't love someone you can't love someone and cannot love someone into becoming who they refuse to be. You cannot earn loyalty. You cannot purchase consistency. And you cannot force someone to value what they have already decided to overlook. So one day I realized something. I spent years grieving the people who didn't show up while completely ignoring the people who did. There were strangers who encouraged me, supporters who believed in me before they even knew me. People who celebrated me with no expectations of getting something in return. Meanwhile, I was staring at that empty chair, waiting for someone who had already decided to not come. Sometimes healing begins when you stop counting on who's missing and start appreciating who's present. The empty seat also taught me something else. It taught me to stop measuring my worth by attendance. Not everyone is assigned to every chapter of your life. Some people are only meant to introduce you to a lesson. Sometimes you have to be the bridge. And for a while, I wasn't okay with just being the bridge. I wasn't. And others are meant to remind you that you deserve more. And some people leave simply because your next chapter requires different people around you. And that doesn't erase the hurt. It's still going to be there, but it gives the hurt purpose. And today, I still believe in showing up. I still believe in people and loving people. I still believe in encouraging others. But I've learned that showing up for everyone while abandoning yourself isn't kindness, it's exhaustion. I've stopped chasing people who keep walking away. I've stopped begging for seats at tables where my name was never written. I've stopped expecting loyalty from people who only knew convenience. And the peace that came with that decision, oh my God, is something I wish I had found years ago. So if you listen today, maybe you're grieving an empty chair. Maybe you're grieving that empty chair. Maybe someone promised they would be there and never came. Maybe you spent years pouring into people who only called when they needed something. Maybe you've mistaken someone's absence as proof that you aren't worthy. Don't. Their absence is not your value. Their silence is not your identity. Their decision is not your destiny. Sometimes the empty chair isn't evidence that you've been forgotten. Sometimes it's making room for the people who are finally going to choose you. And when they arrive, you'll realize that people who are meant for your life never have to be convinced to show up. They just show up. They just show up. So thank you so much for spending these few moments with me. And if today's conversation spoke to you in any type of way, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who may need to hear this, that might be actually staring at that empty chair and wondering if there's still enough. But remember this, the people who are meant to walk with you won't make you question whether they care. And sometimes the empty seat says everything you need to know. So until next time, keep showing up for yourself, keep protecting your peace, and never stop unleashing your inner voice. Later, everybody.
Better days, slowly but surely it's a better space that'll waste my mind, so I meditate till I levitate, I elevate when I learn not to hesitate no more, keep moving forward, chase my goals and focus more towards it, hate the lows but I need those to flourish, place my goals in front, that's what's important. So I ask myself what inspires me, breaking out of my shell, feeling yo shot quiet me, and now I'm breaking the silence like I'm Nikki Nicole, let's go. Promise you gon' see better days. Gotta keep going till you see them. Promise you gon' see better days. You gotta keep going till you see them.